Well, I guess everyone has to come in very early on. Obviously, that's why we started it a little bit early, of course. But how is everyone today? And obviously, yes, we did start the stream early so we could do the 5-minute timer. I wish I could have done it at around 5 minutes too, but hey ho, we literally just got here, so we couldn't do anything about it. But how is it going, everyone? How is everyone feeling before game day tomorrow? How is everyone feeling? And obviously, as well, it is deadline day today, so we're all hoping that Argyle do get some business in before the transfer window shuts, of course.
Are we doing a stream for that, by the way?
Deadline day stream. It's up to you, really, Liam. It's up to you. Do you want to do it?
Yeah, can do it.
Yeah, I don't mind at all. But how is everyone today? How are you all today? How is it going, Ryan? How are you doing? Of course, I hope everyone is good. I hope everyone is absolutely fine today. It's going to be an absolutely brilliant stream. Obviously, we're doing the preview today for Blackburn Rovers, Plymouth Argyle versus Blackburn Rovers. And it's not a welcoming back for Niall Ennis because he is injured. So I think a lot of Argyle fans will be happy about that. But
yeah.
In my opinion, I think some people are like a little bit edgy about it because obviously Blackburn Rovers have had a decent start themselves. But of course, we've had an all right start ourselves. Of course, well, we have lost twice in the last minute, but we have won a game and we have drawn a game against a very good side. So right now, you could also say, yeah, it's not too bad. It's not a bad start. I jump on, but I'm very ill. No one wants to hear my voice. No problem, Nathan. It's not a problem at all. You can still come on. You can still chill in the live chat. You can still say what you want to say. So it's not really a problem. But we could have had a Blackburn guest on, but yeah, we couldn't do that. So, but we've got Liam anyway. So he's a usual guest himself, and he is an absolute legend, of course. So we can't really say anything about that. But how's it going, Liam, today? How are you feeling for tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we have to win this game personally. I think it's a must-win game. I think a lot of Argyle fans do agree with that because we can't go 3 losses in a row.
We can.
Because we need to keep our home record as strong as we can because that's what I think will keep us up this season personally.
Oh, Nathan said, send me the link.
All right, no worries.
Send it on Twitter because that'll be fine. How are you, Caitlin? How are you? Are you who have you got tomorrow, Caitlin? Who have you got tomorrow?
They've got these.
Oh, they've got sheep. Okay. All right. No other question, no other answers or questions needed. So there you go. That's all we need to know about that. But obviously, a lot of people are probably questioning how are we going to get on against Blackburn tomorrow? Is it going to be a tough game, or is it a game where it's going to be a tale of two halves again? That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. It's going to be one of them, really, where it's going to be a tale of two halves. And I feel that Argyle-wise, we're going to be chasing for a win. Of course, we're going to be chasing for that win. It's no surprise, of course. And as well, you've got to realise as well is that we're asking for a striker before the deadline day as well, because it's deadline day today, and we do need a new striker in still. And we're still asking the same. We're all still asking the same question: who are we going to get in? Who are we going to sign? We don't know yet. Of course, we're going to be doing a deadline day stream. So, of course, we're going to be doing that. It's going to be at around 8:00. So keep your head up on that. We will be doing an 8:00 stream for deadline day. So keep an eye out. We will be doing that. Or unless something changes, we probably might not. So we'll see. We'll let you all know about it. But hope you're all excited for tomorrow. It's every
and we can have the
and we can have
the West Ham game in the background.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we can have the West Ham game on in the background as well. So we can also keep an eye on how West Ham get on. Yeah, Nathan, this is going to be coming on. I'm not sure if it's a must win, but we need to get a point minimum. I'd say it is.
A point's not. Personally, a point's not good enough in my eyes.
Yeah, a point's not good enough. But against a Blackburn team that have had an all right start, you would say you would need a point. But it also depends on how the other teams get on around us. You could possibly ask for a point, but I don't know if I'm honestly going to say. And here is Nathan on with us. You don't need to have your camera on. You can still speak, so it's not a problem. But
hello, boys. All right.
Yeah, not a problem.
Would you agree? Would you agree a point's not good enough tomorrow, Nathan, or would you take a point?
I mean, especially with it being at home, I think we've got to win our home games, haven't we?
Yeah.
After the last two games, I mean, it's a bit disappointing because it's easy to look at it as two losses, but they're both games that we've been in. They're both games that I felt that we probably deserved at least a point from. I mean, if you watch the Southampton highlights, it'll look like they dominated us. But if you watch the full 90 back, you'll realise I think we matched them. I think they just had the better of the chances. And Birmingham last week, we could have easily walked away with 3 points. So it's one of them, isn't it? It's difficult.
Yeah, definitely.
It's difficult to look at it and go, we've lost 2 games on the bounce, but arguably they're both 2 games that we didn't deserve to lose. So
yeah,
but it's also obviously put us in a position now where we kind of have to win this game
because we want 7 points from 5 games, not probably 5 points from 5 games. It just won't be. It would be an alright start, but it's not what I wanted personally.
And obviously Blackburn lost their arguably their 2 key players, didn't they, in the summer, in Bradley Dack and Brereton Diaz. So
yeah,
it's probably a good time to play them, with them having to bring some new players into the group to try and find.
I think we're favourites to win the game or not.
I think
we'll be favourite. Go on, Harv. Sorry.
I think some are saying that Blackburn are favourites as well. I don't know how true that is.
I'll have got the odds now.
Yeah. Black 365, Argyle is 17-10, and Blackburn is 3-2.
So we are favourites.
3-2? No.
But to be honest, Blackburn have had a very good start. Oh, it's probably changed then. Oh, hello, Richard. How are you today? I will see you tomorrow, Rich. Don't worry about that. I will see you.
So we are favourites.
Yeah,
so
I don't really understand odds, to be honest.
Tomorrow, so it'll be great to see you down. It'll be great to see you at Home Park again. We will be doing fan cams again, so get ready for that. And also an announcement as well. If you want to buy some prints of Pilgrim prints, the link is in the description below. And if you want to use our code Argyle10Way, you can get 10% off your order. So you can, when you go into checkout, you can use the code Argyle10 Way, and you will have 10% off your order. So if you want to get some of the amazing prints like Hardy's goal against Exeter, Niall Ennis's goal against Burton, and so many more, or you could have your custom one. It's a little bit more, but you can still use our code. You can still use our code. The link is in the description below, and get some of the amazing prints that's on that website. But going into tomorrow's game, it's going to be a tough game. Blackburn have played very well so far this season, and you could realistically say that. And obviously, they've
fighting in the jungle over there.
Yeah, Liam right now. He's going.
I'm typing. That's why. Sorry.
He's fighting off all the spiders in his room.
He's fighting off all the spiders and twigs and trees that's in his way. Yeah. Blackburn so far, obviously, the last game they played was the EFL Cup. They won 8-0 against Harrogate Town. But the league, they beat Watford 1-0 away from home and lost against Hull City 2-1 at home, and then drew 2-2 to Rotherham, which is really suspect, if you want to put it, for Blackburn. They draw 2-2 to Rotherham, which they probably should have drawn, realistically. But then they go and win against Watford 1-0 away from home. See, it really puts you in two minds, really, doesn't it? Do they look like a good side, or do they not look like the good side that you think they are right now? It's a bit weird, if I'm honestly going to say, because they play well one day and then they don't play well.
The thing is, the problem with us, I think, this year is going to be, I think we're going to match a lot of teams, but I think a lot of teams are going to have the experience to get over the line against us, and I think that's been quite apparent in the first few games. I mean, the Palace game, we dominated them for 60 minutes, and then they bring on one player. Well, they brought on 3 players, but the one player they brought on was Eze that kind of changed the game, didn't he? And
yeah.
Obviously, that's a different quality of side being a Premier League side, but I think it shows that we can go toe-to-toe with these teams, but it's whether we've got enough to see the game out.
Enough experience, yeah. That's the difference. And obviously, that's the difference between, obviously, us and Palace right now.
To be honest with you, some Argyle fans that I've been seeing about the Palace game, saying that the 3 goals that they scored in 4 minutes and saying that, it's Premier League quality, this, that, and the other. It's like any team should not be conceding 3 goals in 4 minutes.
Yeah, but
any
against
team,
a team like that, Premier League quality-wise, you can say that. If it was against Manchester United or Liverpool, would you be saying the same thing? Period. Even against the likes of Luton. I would be honest here. Luton right now, we would still get beaten by Luton.
So we're scum.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? Like that Southampton team, that's effectively still a Premier League team.
Yeah.
I know they come down, but there's some players in that team still now that probably shouldn't be playing in this league. Probably should have got deals in the Premier League during the summer.
Like Che Adams. Che Adams is staying now.
Adam Armstrong. Another one. It's I mean, Ward-Prowse left, didn't he, just before? But
it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy the players that they've got in right now. Obviously, Nathan Teller's gone now from Southampton. He's gone to Bayer Leverkusen.
Is Bazunu still their goalkeeper? Did they keep on?
Yeah, Bazunu's still their goalkeeper. Yeah.
Harvey, I thought you said to me Adams was leaving. You said that yesterday.
Rejected the deal just today. He's rejected the deal.
They've just
Louis in the chat. How are you today? Welcome.
Who did I see that they
very, very well?
Southampton had agreed a £10 million fee with the striker, but I can't remember who it was.
Yeah.
Who was it? Hang on.
I did see it, but I can't remember who it was.
It was someone from the Football League. I know that. So breaking Wolves' potential deal for Che Adams on loan looks unlikely. So
it's broken down because I think Che Adams is rejected, if I'm honestly going to say. But
Stewart, that's the one. Ross Stewart from.
There you go, Ross Stewart. Like, I can't believe they're getting Ross bloody Stewart.
Oh, he's a good player though. He
is a good player, but that's a big loss for Sunderland, really.
Well, there's some mad deals going on like that. I understand Chelsea signing that Cole Palmer from City because he looks a very promising player, but to sign him on a 7-year deal, it's an interesting one.
Yeah, the only reason why City are getting rid of him is because they got the Jeremy Doku. Simple as that.
It makes sense for their point, and the fact they've got 42 million from him because it's quite a bit mad bit of
42
business.
million is very, very hefty. I'm just saying that now.
He probably will be worth that. Let's be honest. He probably will be worth that. But is he worth that for what he's done now? It's difficult, isn't it?
If we're like you might as well just say it for our business as well. If Ballymumba were getting for 1 million, but probably in the future it'll probably be worth like 5 to 10 mil. Morgan Whittaker as well.
Whittaker, I think Whittaker has definitely taken to the Championship this season. He might not have set the world alight in terms of goals and assists, but the way he plays, it just looks like it suits him in this league.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
The pace of the game suits him, and yeah,
exactly. It's obviously this season is going to be tough for Argyle. It's our first season back in the Championship after 13 years. You won't expect easy results. Just saying that now. You will not expect easy results. End of story. You will have hard games this season, and you will have some like pretty medium games.
Well, obviously, even the Huddersfield game could have gone very differently, couldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Obviously, the one I'm pumped for is Preston. I've got the ticket already, which is absolutely brilliant.
Oh, you just know.
Did you hire?
There, don't you? You just know it's going to happen.
Whereabouts in hire though? Like
Block N, row 27.
That's like midway.
Oh, I'm in row 29. That's fine.
Oh, happy days!
Yeah.
Happy days.
But to be honest,
people in there as well. Thank you for coming into the stream. If you haven't liked the stream already as well, that'd be.
By the way, Harv, we can sit where we want for Preston. By the way.
Oh, I've just seen something interesting.
Oh, here we go.
Leeds United have potentially looking to loan out Joe Gelhardt today.
Joe Gelhardt. Oh, I would love to have Gelhardt, but I don't think we'd get him.
The thing is, they've already loaned out Greenwood, haven't they? So I don't know whether. They've already loaned out Greenwood. It looks like Ganato might be off to Everton.
Wilfred Nonto to Everton. They're still in talks, but I don't know yet.
If he goes as well, I can't see them being rushing to let him go.
Mm-hmm. I agree, yeah.
Who else? That's the problem.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely. But
it looks like every club's out for a striker today, unfortunately. Norwich are another one. West Brom are another one.
They don't need another striker. They've already got enough.
Well, I think they want a backup striker, don't they? Whereas we're probably looking for a first-team striker.
Come on. That's stupid. That's absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry. That is ridiculous.
Chelsea defender Trevor Chabola.
Trevor Chaloba to buying it off.
Yeah.
It's a lot of deals. It's deadline day, and you will expect that, but we will be doing a deadline day stream at 8 o'clock. So keep an eye on that.
Bournemouth have reached agreement with Leeds to sign Lewis Sinatra. Sinistera, that's the one. Yeah, Sinatra. Fucking Sinatra.
I Leeds. But obviously, keeping an eye on the transfer business for Argyle today. We will be keeping an eye on that. But for all of you people, lovely people in the chat, 11 people in here, what striker do you think we will get before the deadline? Obviously, there's been talks of Sam Cosgrove returning. There's still talks of Coburn, of course, but I think that deal's off now.
That deal's gone. Yeah, it's not happening.
Obviously, who was the one that was at Preston last season?
Oh, Tom Cannon. But they want £1 million loan fee for him. So
yeah, obviously, Tom Cannon's still in the talks there.
They've had £7 million bids rejected, haven't they? They've been rejecting quite hefty fees for him. So
yeah. So who do you all think we are going to get before the deadline later on? So get your comments down below in the live chat below. I'm interested to see who people say. But if I'm honestly going to say, I would have loved to have Josh Coburn in, but we're not going to get him in. If we get Sam Cosgrove in, we'll have to back him, of course, but I don't know about that. Why are we getting a player that's basically League One quality?
Oh, I think it might be in as well. And that would be a panic buy.
Get him back in again.
But we are in panic buy situation right now because we've only got 2 strikers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'd rather Sam Cosgrove than no striker. So
true. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. To be honest, I don't want to be a bit of a petty idiot here, and I think a lot of people's going to clip me up here, but I'd rather rip my heart out of my chest than have Sam Cosgrove. There you go.
The thing is, here's the thing with him. So, it's okay. He didn't set the world alight last year, and he definitely went quiet in the last 3 or 4 months of the season, didn't he? I think, especially after the Bolton game at Wembley. After that,
after the Portsmouth game, realistically.
Yeah, but on his day, you give him half a chance and he'll take it. The problem is getting him into that area where he's got the chance. And in a 4-3-3, when he's up front on his own, it's going to be a lot harder for him than when he had Ryan Hardy or Ennis running off him last season. So it's difficult, isn't it? Like, I don't think necessarily we should be looking. I mean, Josh Corbin would have been someone similar, probably a little bit better quality, obviously.
Fantastic.
But he would have been a bit of a target man as well. And does that suit the way we play? Is a target man? It's difficult, isn't it?
I think, to be honest, Shuey does like to run with a target man most times. He did like to run with that. But I think Josh Coburn would be more of a quicker player than Cosgrove. I know he is a tall player, but he's a young player, and he has got a lot more talent. And he was good last season for Bristol Rovers.
Yeah.
But it depends really how you want to put it. Would he sit the system? But and will he play more games than Ryan Hardy?
Is that guy from Villa signed for anyone yet? Like Davis?
Keenan Davis. He was meant to go to Hull City. That's from what I heard.
We can't have him on loan, can we? Because we've already got 2 loans from Villa. So
yeah, I'm hoping we sign another keeper because if Coleman out for but would he fit the system? Exactly. That's what I say, Ryan. Would he fit the system? I don't know.
I'll tell you one signing I find slightly strange that's happened today yesterday is Ipswich signing Dane Scarlett. Now I watched him at Pompey last season, and I know they rate him really highly, but he looked shit. He looked dog shit for Pompey last season.
Yeah, he did. He
looked lazy. He didn't look like he was interested half the time. His shorts were about 2 sizes too big for him. I don't know. That's a strange one, but who knows?
Yeah, it is a very strange one.
Is he going to play over Broadhead or Hurst?
See, that's it. Where is he going to play?
Connor Chaplin also can play up front. I know they've used him more as an attacking midfielder, but he brought up a striker, wasn't he?
It's a very, very weird one. That's all I'm going to say. And for all of you lovely people in the chat who have subscribed and liked the video, we are going to give out a gifted member for today. And obviously, if you didn't see last week, we gave out our winner for the Pilgrim Prince giveaway. So congratulations. Congratulations to the person who
wouldn't loan them to us because of their bad start, so Argyle could be one of their rivals. Well, I get what you're saying there, Marcus, but I don't think we will be fighting with Middlesbrough come the end of the season.
I don't think we will. To be honest, with Middlesbrough, they could bounce back. They've done it last season, but they could bounce back this season. All right. Good luck to whoever gets the gifted member, and if you do get the gifted member, we will give you your perks. And Marcus has got it. Nice to see. And he's got the new badge as well. He's got the bronze badge. Lovely. Middlesbrough wouldn't loan him to us. Yeah. To be honest, with Middlesbrough, their team looks way weaker than their last season's team. Just saying.
Well, you take their top goal scorer out of any team, and you're going to look weaker, aren't you?
And Ryan Giles as well. They had Ryan Giles, and he's gone.
Did you say Andy Carroll's gone to the French second division?
That's crazy that he's gone to the second division. I can't believe he's gone.
That league is probably about League 1, League 2 standard.
It is, yeah. It's a very poor league. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah,
but congratulations, Marcus, on getting your gifted member. That's your second month of being a member. Enjoy your perks.
It's interesting to what you think on this. Which league do you think's had the bigger drop off over the last 10 years? The French league or the Italian league? Because they're very close.
Italian league. The Italian league used to be one of them leagues that obviously my dad said he used to watch all the time. He had like the likes of Di Natale, Del Piero, R9, Pirlo. They had absolutely amazing players in that league, and the drop off has been huge. It has been pretty huge. You could say the French league as well. Obviously, it's basically PSG is the only big team in there, but now dropped off.
I think the big problem with the French league, more than the Italian league, is the fact that most of the French national team don't play in France.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas most of the Italian team do play in Italy. It's difficult. I think that's the difference between the two leagues. I think the Italian league probably still a little bit better standard because of that. But then it's easy to look at the French league and look at PSG and go, that's a high quality league. But if you look what they're competing with, it's not at all, is it?
Yeah, that's it. And with the French league now, they've now gone from 20 teams to 18 teams now. So they've gone for the Bundesliga route.
I think that's good, though. I think they're trying to make the league a bit better standard by getting rid of two very poor sides. So.
I do agree with that. Yeah. Carrying on with Argyle. Obviously, our last side that we ran with against Birmingham City. I'm still trying to recover from that loss. I'm not going to lie, lads. I'm still trying to recover from that because it was a long journey back.
We'll give Stansfield credit because that was a hell of a finish.
It was a good finish, but we don't really care about that stupid scummy man. But we ran with Connor Hazard in goal, Joe Edwards, Dan Scott, Gibson, Kesler Hayden, Finn Azaz, Jordan Houghton, Adam Randall, Morgan Whittaker, Ryan Hardy, and Valley Mumba in a 4-3-3. And then obviously against Palace, we did switch our team about a little bit more. Honestly, I'm saying this right now. I want Pleguezello to start ASAP. That's simple as that. And I don't think anyone's going to stop me from saying anything else. Honestly, I want him to start instead of Dan Scar.
Yeah, I'd somewhat
It might
agree.
be a little bit controversial, but I really do.
But I also think we need to manage Dan Scar because we've learned from the past 2 seasons that if you overplay him, he gets injured. So,
yes, that is another thing as well. But I really want Pleguezello to start, and he is a leader. And the tackles that he made against Palace the other day,
Gibson's unreal, by the way. What a big piece of business!
Gibson's brilliant, yeah.
Him and Kundal as well. He looked very good.
Luke Kundal's strike, whew, it was right into the top bins as well.
I have to say, one player that's really impressed me, and it won't come to any surprise of this guy in the first few games of the season, is Adam Randall. He has been absolutely unbelievable. Yeah,
Adam Randall. And he's on of course, one of our own, and of course, shining the league for us. And he's probably one of our most, how could you call it, advanced and most influential player in the midfield. Like playmaker-wise, he's an absolutely brilliant player. His passing's absolutely unreal, switching the ball from either side with ease, and he can drive with the ball. He's an absolutely brilliant midfield. He's a brilliant midfielder for us, and he's got bags of potential. And I could see him going very, very far. Future captain, maybe, as Jack says, future captain. I could see it. But right now, obviously, Joe Edwards, and a lot of people saying we should rock Miller and Kesler Hayden as fullbacks. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people saying Joe Edwards is a little slow for this league, and I don't think he's probably going to be the type of player that we would probably run in the future side of things. So,
yeah.
What do you think of that?
I've been really impressed with Kesler Hayden. I think the quality that he's got for such a young player with not very much experience at all, I think, and the fact he's come out of a very poor side in Huddersfield and still has the confidence to play the way he has in the first few games. I think you can't really leave him out, can you, at this point?
No.
And I feel for Joe Edwards because although he's probably not the best quality player that we've got, I think he's one of the players that you'll get 100% from, unless you play Bolton at Wembley, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. Yeah, we don't talk about that, lads.
It is really harsh on him, but in this league, you cannot afford to carry players who maybe aren't at championship quality, and I think it's difficult, isn't it? It is difficult because Joe has been one of our most consistent players for the past few seasons, and he's our club captain. So no one wants to see him rot on the bench, so to speak. But when you've got someone in this form as Kesler Hayden is, you can't really leave him out, can you?
Yeah, that's it. Then that's where the squad rotation problem comes in place. Exactly, Ryan. Exactly. Butcher looked poor against Palace. He's not championship quality.
I agree. He did look poor.
I agree.
But on the flip side of it, he didn't play a great deal last season, did he? I mean, he only really broke into the team. Was it February time he broke into the side?
February, March. He got player of the month in one of them months as well.
He was brilliant. Don't get me wrong. Like when he came in last year, there was that goal at Exeter. Well, kind of that goal at Exeter. Probably wasn't his goal, was it? But it's difficult, isn't it? He's another one of those players that I backed. I said all throughout the summer that I thought he'd be one of our most influential players this year, and so far he hasn't really stepped up to the mark. But who knows? We're very early on.
Yeah. Well, it's very early on, of course. We're only 1 month into the season. We're not even 1 month yet into the season. And you could say that, but how, and also as well, a lot of people would say 4 points from your first 4 games in the championship after 13 years against Birmingham, Southampton, Watford, and Huddersfield. You could have asked for better, but it's not that bad if you think about it. It's obviously the quality that Southampton have, the quality that Watford have, and obviously the way Birmingham City are playing right now, and you can't really say anything about Huddersfield, but it's not bad, but you would have asked for better. And
we could be sat here with 12 points. Let's look at it that way. We could quite easily be sat here with 12 points. If certain
or you could be Sheffield Wednesday, you could be on there with 0.
Exactly.
So
Jesus, they looked really bad against Cardiff, didn't they? I mean, both sides looked really poor, but they looked especially bad against Cardiff.
On TalkSport, they compared Kesler Hayden to Trent Alexander-Arnold. I don't understand why they're doing that.
Well, I'll tell you a big difference. A big difference is Kesler Hayden can defend.
yeah, that is a difference. But the thing is with Kesler Hayden, he reminds me of Ballymumba as well. He is another Ballymumba, you realistically got to say. He loves to take people on, and he is a very agile and skillful player.
How do we think about Bally playing on the left, by the way?
I do like Ballymumba on the left. I think he was playing on the left for most of the time at Argyle last season at left wing back.
He did play left wing back, but left wing back is a little bit more reserved, isn't it, to playing left wing, whereas you can really express yourself in a 3 rather than a 5. Sorry, in a 4 playing that advanced winger role rather than playing wing back. You've got to kind of hold back a little bit because you can't just make a darting run forward every time we go forward, because if you lose the ball, you're caught out. So you need to obviously think about it a bit more. But this year he's been given the freedom, and I think he's done pretty well for someone who hasn't really played that position a lot. So
yeah, that is very, very true. But obviously for Argyle right now, I think a lot of fans are probably annoyed at the fact that we did lose twice in the last minute, and of course it is heartbreaking to lose in the last minute, but twice. A lot of people have been moaning, saying, "Oh, I don't see it. Our defense has been absolutely poor right now. We should really be working on our defense." And right now, for what it shows against Palace, we need to really build it. We need to really improve on our defense. I say, calm down, take a chill pill, and just stop watching some relaxing videos of the ocean or
I've got a bit of trivia for you.
Because honestly, from the first 4 games, and obviously if you want to count other 2 games as well, we've played well. I thought our defense has been all right, but you've got to give them time. You've got to give them time, because
I've got a bit of trivia for you here.
Oh, here we go.
Which current Argyle squad member made his professional debut away at Blackburn?
Oh, Cooper, was it?
It was Michael Cooper.
Yeah, knew it. I had a feeling it was Cooper. It was 2018, wasn't it? 2017.
It was. He come on the 45th minute after Kyle Levering got injured.
Yeah.
So we'd lost. Madness. I believe it was McCormick the week before to an injury. Was it McCormick at that point, or was it? No, it wouldn't have been, would it? It would have been. Was it? Oh, I don't know. Who was it?
Mental.
Who would it have been in 2018? Would it have been Remy Matthews?
I can't remember now. 2018. I can't remember at all.
It would have been Matthews, wouldn't it?
I
believe he got injured and went back to Norwich, and then we got him back again in January, didn't we?
Or was it? No, I don't think it was. But yeah, Richard. Richard agrees with me. A lot of Argyle fans do need to relax. Oh, for fuck's sake! Here we go with the messages again in Messenger, for God's sakes. Let me turn it on.
That's probably me. Sorry, I need.
No, it's mine because it's coming from my laptop. Do not disturb. There we go. Fucking messages. It's the difference between the Championship to League One. The odd mistake you get punished in this league. Exactly, Marcus. Exactly, and that is the point that you've got to really put out as well. It's not like League One anymore, where you can get away with you can get away with some mistakes. If you make a mistake, you will get punished, because the top of players you're putting up against this season are very, very experienced, from the Premier League to players that have been in the Championship for God knows how many years.
Well, the bottom of League One, the teams at the bottom of League One last year, you can afford to give them 3 or 4 or 5 chances a game, and they probably only take one of them. Whereas in this league, you give a quality player half a chance, and it's probably a goal. So, that's the difference.
That is the difference. Exactly, that is the difference. You've got to be careful, and you've got to be careful. You've got to be very, very careful against all of these teams. You really have. Blackburn, obviously Southampton, we lost that game. Mistakes costed us. Birmingham, mistakes costed us. And Huddersfield, it nearly costed us, but we absolutely demolished them in the second half. Let's be honest.
I still think that Southampton goal was offside, but it is what it is.
It's everyone else's opinion. But as well, and also when we play against Leicester, we'll get punished if we make mistakes. Leeds, Ipswich as well, Sheffield Wednesday. A lot of people say, "Well, what do you mean Sheffield Wednesday?" They're still a tough team to go and play against. End of story.
And they are looking like they're making some free signings today, don't they?
Jeff Hendrick.
The two from Newcastle, yeah.
Yeah, Jeff Hendrick. I can't believe they're getting Jeff fucking Hendrick. Have you seen Blackburn sign 2 players today? I had that gut feeling Stansfield would score the winner. I think a lot of people said that.
Oh, it was always going to happen, wasn't it? It was always going to happen.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, to be honest with you, like, a lot of people have given him a load of stick this week because he's an Exeter or come from Exeter or whatever. But let's not take away from the fact he's a good footballer, and there's no shame in conceding a goal like that to someone with his quality. So we can easily put our green glasses on and go, "Oh, he's an Exeter prick," blah 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 blah. But or we can look at it as he's a good footballer. Birmingham have bit like us in the window. Really, is they've had a very good transfer window. They've signed some very quality players. Or some very underrated quality players for this division, and I don't see any shame in losing to them, but obviously other people see it differently. It's just annoying that it happened like that.
Exactly. Imagine if Nombe scores the winner when we play Rotherham. Shut up! No, I've had enough of this now.
We won't lose to them. We won't lose to Rotherham. We're all good. You can quote me on that.
Losing to Rotherham.
You can quote me on that when we're 4-0 down.
Oh no! I'm not having this. No, I'm not having this. Fuck Nombe. Honestly, I don't care. And obviously, I've just seen on Twitter that Devon Mabama from West Ham is available for loan. Another player that I would have realistically... It's 50-50, really. He's a young player. He's 18. I don't know. I haven't heard a lot about him. And will he be the type of player that...
Won't we link with him early on in the window?
I don't know.
I swear we were linked with him early on in the window.
We were linked with him, yeah.
So he's probably going to be who we're looking to.
Either Devon Mabama or maybe Sam Cosgrove. We would have never got Stansfield, realistically. We would have never got Stansfield.
You'd never have come here, and you don't blame him.
You would never have come. You would never have come.
Would you go to Exeter? If say you're a professional footballer and the roles were reversed, we were in League One and Exeter in the Championship, and they come in for you, would you go there? Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's it.
I know I wouldn't. I'd rather play in League One.
Wouldn't.
To be honest.
Same. I'll just say I'd rather go to the National League.
Well, I would. Well, I don't know about that.
I'd rather go to the National League than play for Exeter. Just retire. Yeah, retire. Fair enough. I'm going to talk to you now, Liam, because this is going to be a part where I want to talk to you about obviously some of the players that we have been linked with and a striker that we would potentially get. For strikers that we are linked with and some players that we have been looking at, what player would you rather get for the club? And also, would you rather, in particular, you wouldn't have Sam Cosgrove, but what player would you really like to see at Argyle, realistically?
I would prefer Josh Cohen because, I mean, obviously he got loads of goals for Rovers and obviously that deal was off now. So I would have preferred him, to be honest with you. But sadly, we can't get him now. which is a shame, really, because I thought he would have been decent for us, especially with Hardy at top as well. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. The likes of Tom Cannon as well, another player that obviously Ryan Lowe worked with.
Yeah, he would have been good.
Had to pay a hefty fee for it, and then Devon Mamama as well.
Yeah,
so
quite a lot.
Would you really go out and get an 18-year-old player on loan?
No, not on loan. No, personally, not for championship level.
Fair enough.
Just too young for me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
To be honest, I don't think any player is young enough to play in the championship. Look at Joey Bellingham. That's an example. Now that's an example. Not any player is young enough to play in the championship. That's all I can say about that.
Well, we're not really, to be honest. We haven't really got any old players in the squad at all, have we? Really? Who's the?
I think the oldest is Joe Edwards.
And how old is he? 30?
I think he's like 32, 33.
Oh, Jesus! I didn't really was that old. I don't know. But then the next down is probably Dan Scar, isn't it?
Dan Scar's 28.
And then
I know Dan
you're
Scar's
going
28.
down to the low 20s, aren't you? Houghton must be late 20s, surely.
I think he's got to be like late 20s.
And Butcher
like
as well.
20s. He might be a little younger than that. Houghton's 27. Right, I was wrong then.
He's impressed me this year, but then he always impresses me.
Houghton has impressed me as well.
Our fans look at the way he is on the ball sometimes and give him stick because he gives the ball away. But what they don't talk about is how much that guy puts his body on the line every time he's got an opportunity to. And you won't find many players that are willing to do that these days. They're more like to protect themselves and try and keep themselves playing for as long as possible. He doesn't care. He'll go in head first to a volley. He don't care. I do like House, to be fair.
Argyle deadline day Twitter bingo. For God's sakes. Leicester signing in for 7 million. Tom Cannon. I don't see Leicester getting Tom Cannon.
I do.
Really?
Well, they've lost. Isn't Daka leaving? That's why I saw something about.
I haven't heard anything about Daka.
I could have sworn I saw something on Twitter earlier. I could be wrong.
I haven't heard anything about Daka. Not gonna lie. Any other players? I'm just having a look about. I don't think there'll be anything else. West Brom attempted a very late hijack, but Birmingham City have got the deadline day loan signing of Cody Drama. That's a good signing from Leeds.
Yes, he's another young. Well, Leeds are full of these young players, aren't they? But
young fullback.
They realistically, Leeds could have got away this season without signing anyone and just brought all these loan players back and put them into a first team, and they probably still would have done well.
How's it going, Sean? How is it going, my friend? How are you doing today?
But the thing is, what stuff Leeds over is their financial fair play is not going to be massively high because they've been forced to sell all these players for peanuts.
Yeah. Sinistera, for example, you've got other players that left the club.
They stupidly put relegation clauses in all of these players' contracts that are no more than like 4 or 5 million. So they kind of stuffed themselves over it, really.
Yep, nice, Sean, nice. And then next one you'd probably want to talk about obviously Blackburn Rovers. Their last lineup against Watford. We will go through that.
Has Ennis been injured?
I wonder when
I haven't seen him play.
Watford, brilliant result for them. Away from home as well. It was a very, very good result for them.
Is Ennis injured again?
Yes, he is injured again.
Well, to be honest,
couldn't write it, couldn't you?
It's a bit of a strange one now. You look at the Ennis deal, isn't it? Because okay, he's probably on more money as a whole than he was on here, but obviously they were making the players pay for their own travel back from pre-season tournaments and stuff, so they can't be massively rich, can they?
Yeah, and like he asked for more money, and he's gone to Blackburn, and now he's not playing. Well done, Ennis. You've ruined yourself. The lineup that Blackburn run with against Watford: Piers in goal, Rankin Costello at right back, Carter, Hiam, and Britain. I think that's how you say it. Travis, And that Adam Wharton is one player to look out for.
I was just about to say that.
He looks a really, really good young player. 19 years of age, and he's played for Blackburn 27 times already, and he's only 19, which is absolutely crazy.
His brother's there as well, isn't he? Is it Scott?
I think so. Let me have a look. Yeah, there you go. Scott Wharton, yeah. That's madness. And then Ryan Hedges as well, who scored against Watford. Samodix, another decent player to keep an eye on.
They've got a good attack. They've got a very good attack, but I look at their defence and it's not the strongest.
Yeah, and then obviously their 19-year-old striker, Harvey Leonard. That's Argyle's fault. Ennis is injured again. Apparently it is our fault for getting injured again. Yeah, it is our fault. Apparently.
They've not been too happy with us, have they, Blackburn?
Yeah,
but
don't blame us.
What they forget we were in a promotion race with two very strong, or arguably stronger squads than we had last year. We had no choice but to force these players back from injury to try and win games effectively at that point. So they can't really blame us for doing what we did with Ennis.
Yeah. So instead of just blaming us, I'm just going to say, enjoy having an injured player and toll it away. There you go. Who's coming in? We don't know yet. It's a little bit weird right now, as we're stuck in the mud basically about who's going to come in and who could potentially who we could potentially sign. It's very
someone confusing. I want to get your opinions on is how do you think Tyreek Wright has done for us this year?
I thought he played well. I thought he played all right against Crystal Palace, if I'm not going to lie. He's better on the wing. I'm just saying that now. He's not a player that plays wing back. And I think that's probably why we've switched our formation about to fit Tyreek Wright in. I think that's why we've switched our formation about. If I'm going to say that right now.
He always looked like one of those... He looks like a confidence player, doesn't he?
Yes.
In respects that when he's confident, I know this is a very good big cliche, and it's probably the same for 90% of footballers at that level, but he looks like a player that, if he's in form and he's playing a position that he's comfortable with, he looks like he could do something for us. But if we're going to play him out of position, he's not a player that's going to adjust to a different...
Yeah.
So,
that's it,
it's difficult, isn't it? It's like, do you change a formation for one player? I mean, it's worked, to be fair. I don't think we're playing any... I think, if anything, we look a bit better than we looked last season.
I think so as well. But you just got to really look at as well, of course, you're coming up against better quality teams. And, of course, you've got to look at as well, you've got to really look at how is the defence going to deal with these type of players in the Championship. Obviously, it's not League One anymore. We can't really afford to get away with small mistakes. And this season, we have not gotten away with small mistakes. Example, Southampton and Birmingham City. So that's your examples right there. But it's a learning point, and it's basically a learning curve for us. And we've got loads of things to look forward to this season, and we've got a lot of things to learn on for our defence, really. But I'd honestly say we really should play Plagozello. We really need to start playing this man, because from what I saw against Palace, we need to start playing him. He looks really, really good. And
honestly, right? How have we gone over 100 years, and just like with how regular Spanish players come to England, have we only now? Is he the first Spanish player to play for us? It's crazy to think that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's mental. It's absolutely phenomenal how it's changed. Really,
we've had loads of French players. I could name at least 10 French players that we've had. We've had literally one Spanish player. It's crazy.
I can't see how you can drop Tyreek Wright after his performance against Palace. See, that's what I think, Marcus. But you've got to realise as well is Ballymumba and Morgan Whittaker are undroppable unless they get injured. They are basically undroppable. So you can't really.
I do worry a little bit on the left-hand side that if Bally gets injured, who do we replace him with?
You'd probably put Morgan on the left and put Tyreek Wright, or you'd probably play Tyreek Wright on the.
Or you switch the formation to a 4-4-2 and play two up front and just play maybe Joe Edwards.
See, that's it, yeah. But then Morgan miss out, Marcus. Yeah, that's the thing, Rich. That you get what I mean? You don't really want to put Morgan Whittaker on the bench.
I don't think you want to play him on the left because I don't think he'd be comfortable. His game is very much based on the fact he can cut in and make teams fear the fact he's going to shoot. I think if you put him on the left, you take away that fear.
He's one of the most dangerous players. You do not want him to shoot the ball from anywhere. Well, he's one of the most dangerous players.
You don't want him running at you, do you? Really?
No,
if he's running
not
at you,
at all.
you're in trouble.
Not at all. If you see him running at you, you know you'll be shitting your pants.
That's where we're so good. That is where we're so good, when we get in behind the line of the defensive midfielders, and then we have 3 or 4 players just running. Like, there's no real direction to it. They just running back, and then teams back off, and that's where we're going to hurt teams, because players like Whittaker and Mumba can shoot from 20, 25 yards out. So that's where we're really going to hurt teams.
That's it. And it's been 54 minutes on the stream. 11 people have been in it. Thank you all so much for watching this stream. It's been absolutely brilliant. Before we round off today's stream, got 6 minutes left. We're going to do our predicted lineups. We're going to start with you, Liam, of course. What is your predicted lineup for tomorrow?
Hazard in goal.
Yeah.
With Edwards, Mumba, Gibson, and Scar. Randall, Whittaker, Whittaker. Did we play Callum Wright last game? We did, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. But I'll go with him then. And Houghton as well. And Hardy at top.
Fair enough. So 4-3-3 again. You're saying? Okay, fair enough. To be honest, I would like to see that 4-4-2 come in again for the Palace game. But I realistically think we will see a 4-3-3 again. I think it will be the formation that we will probably most likely stick with, unless we do change it about a bit more. And we play with 2 strikers up front, but I don't see that happening unless we do some late changes. But I think we will probably go for the 4-3-3 again. Hazard in goal. Then you would have Joe Edwards, I think, will be the usual player that will start. I want to see Plagozello start. So that's why I'm going to go for him. And then Lewis Gibson. I really want to see him start. And then Kesler Hayden at left back. Finn Azaz. I thought he played well against Birmingham City, and I feel like you've got to really give him time in that team to really build on. And I would like to see Houghton start again. Definitely, he should start. And then Adam Rand, I think we'll probably go for the same midfield. Or unless we go for, instead of Finn Azaz, we go for Callum Wright. And then the same front 3. I don't even need to say it, because I think you all probably know what the front 3 is. So I probably won't even need to say it. But that would be my lineup for tomorrow. It's unless anything, any late changes, we'll see what happens. But what's your lineup for tomorrow, Nathan? Because
probably something similar, really. You probably go back 4, wouldn't you? With it's probably going to be Scar and Gibson at centre back, with Edwards and Kesler Hayden either side of them. I'd probably go for a midfield 3 of Randall, Cundall, and Houghton, and then the usual front 3 of Mumba, Whittaker, and Hardy. And obviously Hazard in goal. Because no one wants to see Burton in goal again, because that was
I think a lot of people are now starting to hate on Burton now, because we've now got a goalkeeper that is actually, you would probably say, is now championship. I would say he is championship quality, Connor Hazard. I really like him.
What's debate?
I don't blame Burton for the Palace game, but he just doesn't control the back line at all. You don't hear him talking.
No.
Yeah. But this is going to be a question before I end this.
Some of the defending for the Palace goal was awful, especially the Edward. The Edward goal. Dear me.
The one that only just trickled over the line. Like, Eze's been allowed to beat 3 players, and then the striker's unmarked inside the 6-yard box, and he's just got an easy test. Oh, it's so ridiculous. I couldn't believe it.
I hope Plaggy and Scott. That's what I hope, Marcus. But the last question before I end this stream is, when Michael Cooper comes back, do you think he will instantly come back into the team, or do you think Connor Hazard will keep his place?
No.
Really?
I think it's harsh. It's really harsh on him because I think he's done very well, and I think we haven't really got a backup goalkeeper now, have we? And realistically, they're both first choice goalkeepers, and it's going to be difficult for Cooper to bring his way back in. But he's got to be given his opportunity, hasn't he? He's basically carried us through not carried us, but played a big part in 2 promotions. You can't really not give him, as a young goalkeeper, you can't not give him his chance.
That's it, yeah. Yeah, I think he will fight for his place, Richard. Yeah, definitely. He will fight for his place. And it's going to be a very, very tough season for when Michael Cooper does come back. But I would love to see him fight for his place. And I
wouldn't even mind. I genuinely wouldn't mind them rotating them each week, playing Cooper.
I wouldn't mind it. Honestly, I wouldn't mind that either. I wouldn't mind any rotating. That's what I think.
I wouldn't mind it at all. I don't think Hazard deserves to be dropped, but does Cooper not? I think Cooper deserves to have his, and I'll call it his spot because it is his spot back. And had he have not got injured and we kept him in the summer, would we have signed Hazard, or would we have gone for a lesser?
See, that's what I feel. I feel like we would have probably gone for a backup. That's why I think.
A bit better than Burton, but not as good.
A bit better than Burton, yeah. That's why I think.
And we were forced into Hazard really because of
exactly, Marcus. Cooper's value too much. That's another thing you've got to realise as well. He's a very young keeper and he's still got bags of potential. Keepers can go on for years. They could go on to their late 40s or past 40.
But the only problem is the injury he's had ruins a lot of careers. I mean, it might be different because he's a goalkeeper, but a cruciate ligament injury is possibly one of the worst injuries you can get.
It is. It's the worst injury you can get, and it can. It's
worse than a broken leg because it reoccurs. Right? It tends to happen again.
Yeah.
There was a good thing. I don't know if you guys have seen it. The Fodscast interview he did with the Arsenal physio. I think something Lewin he's called.
Mm-hmm.
Where they said they signed Marco. Everyone seems to think it was about Mark Overmars. Where they signed him for $5 million, where he just done his cruciate ligament 18 months before they signed him, and they said within 3 or 4 years it will come back and probably do it again, or it'll at least start to cause him problems. So Arsene Wenger signed him, and within 3 years they sold him for 25.
That's crazy.
And then
that is absolutely crazy.
He died.
Yeah.
But it depends where how he will do in the future, and I hope that Michael Cooper does have a very, very good future at the Theatre of Greens. That's all I say. But thank you all so much for coming on today. It has been an absolutely phenomenal stream. And honestly, there's a bloody fly in here, for God's sake. I'll have to get rid of that.
Joys of having dogs, Harvey. They tend to follow them around everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, I hate it. I hate this fly.
Right, I'm going to jump off. I need to go to work. But you guys have a nice evening.
Score prediction 5-0 to... Wow, Terry. Relax.
See you in a bit.
Right,
bye.
See you in a bit, Nathan.
I'll go 2-0 home win. I reckon we'll win 2-0. Right.
Nice. See you in a bit, mate.
See you later.
But thank you all so much for watching this stream today. It has been absolutely brilliant for you all. An hour stream, 10 of you lovely people watching. You're all legends. We're on the road to 600 subs right now, and we're still going strong. I hope we can reach that. And if you haven't bought any of our prints yet, Pilgrim prints, the link is in the description below. Obviously, remember to use our discount code Argyle10Way for 10% off on your order, and you can get any print you like, Argyle related. But thank you all so much for watching today. It's been an absolutely fantastic stream. We will see you for the review, and as always, from me, goodbye, and from Liam,
yep, bye everyone.
Yeah, bye, and
bye-bye.
See you all for the review. Bye.
Hopefully for a win.
Hopefully for a win. Yes.
Yeah.
2-0.
Bye.
Yes, Ryan. Bye.
Yeah. Nice. Bye.